Welcome to BioPrime Health, where we transform scientific research into practical protocols for optimal human performance. Today we're exposing the primary metabolic dysfunction that blocks fat loss in over 88% of adults' insulin resistance. While many focus solely on calories, the research reveals a more complex truth. Chronically elevated insulin levels create a biochemical environment that makes fat loss nearly impossible, regardless of caloric restriction. Insulin resistance occurs when cells in your muscles, fat, and liver don't respond properly to insulin signals, forcing your pancreas to produce increasingly more insulin to maintain blood glucose levels. This creates what researchers call metabolic inflexibility, a state where your body remains locked in fat storage mode even during caloric deficits. Research published in Diabetes Care demonstrates that individuals with insulin resistance show 67% reduced lipolysis, or fat breakdown, compared to insulin-sensitive individuals, even when following identical caloric restrictions. The cellular mechanisms are fascinating. Chronic insulin elevation activates hormone-sensitive lipase inhibition, blocks adipose tissue lipolysis, and upregulates lipogenic enzymes that promote fat synthesis. Simultaneously, insulin resistance impairs mitochondrial function, reducing your cell's ability to burn fatty acids for energy. Studies using hyperinsulinemic euglycemic clamps reveal that insulin-resistant individuals show 43% reduced glucose uptake in muscle tissue and 52% increased de novo lipogenesis, or creation of new fat, in the liver. Alright, so let's dive into the key indicators of insulin resistance. These include a fasting insulin level above 5 microinternational units per milliliter, a HOMA-IR score over 1.0, a waist-to-height ratio greater than 0.5, the presence of skin tags or acanthosis nigricans, and, having difficulty losing weight despite sticking to a caloric restriction. Now, the most powerful intervention for reversing insulin resistance is, without a doubt, therapeutic carbohydrate restriction combined with resistance training. It's important to implement a low-carbohydrate protocol, limiting carbs to somewhere between 50 to 100 grams daily. Focus on fibrous vegetables and time any starchy carbohydrates post-workout when muscle insulin sensitivity is at its peak. Incorporate 3 to 4 weekly resistance training sessions, emphasizing compound movements. Research shows that muscle contraction activates GLUT4 translocation independent of insulin, improving glucose uptake by up to 50%. Now let's talk about supplementation and what outcomes you can expect. You should supplement strategically with chromium picolinate, about 400 micrograms daily, to enhance insulin receptor sensitivity. Add alpha-lipoic acid, 600 milligrams daily, to improve glucose disposal, and 1 gram of cinnamon extract daily, which contains active polymers that mimic insulin action. Also, consider implementing apple cider vinegar, 2 tablespoons before meals, to reduce postprandial glucose by 34%. Berberine, at 500 milligrams twice daily, is another option. As research shows, it equals metformin's effectiveness for improving insulin sensitivity. Within 4 to 6 weeks, you can expect fasting insulin levels to decrease by 30 to 40%, improved energy stability throughout the day, accelerated fat loss particularly from visceral regions, and enhanced muscle definition as insulin sensitivity improves. Make sure to monitor your progress through fasting insulin tests every 4 weeks, aiming for levels below 5 microinternational units per milliliter. This is BioPrime Health, where, science transforms potential into performance.